boys and girls of grade 5, and welcome to another English language lesson where we will be focusing on things vocabulary. I'm your teacher, Miss Melissa, and today we will be looking at homographs. Previously, we looked at a type of identical word which was homophones, but today we want to zoom in on another type which is homographs. Now these are very similar but are still different from homophones. So let's get into it. Homophones are words which have the same spelling but different pronunciation and meaning. Remember, with homophones, they had the same pronunciation but different spelling and meaning. Here we have same spelling but different pronunciation and meaning. So, just like homophones, homographs are a type of identical word, or what we call multiple meaning words. However, to make the distinction with these words, it is important that you endeavor to pronounce the words accurately, and you must also, just like homophones, know the various meanings. These will become clearer in our later examples. It is important to be capable of identifying homographs. The most vital purpose in this is the avoidance of confusion, particularly in words that are written and not spoken. You must rely solely on the context to infer the meaning of that word. So let's take a look at some examples. We have close. Do you know that one word has two pronunciations and two various meanings? Well, close can mean close, which tells us to shut something, or it also can be pronounced close, as in something that is nearby. So we have close and close. What about this? minute. Do you know that there are two different pronunciations of that one word? Make an attempt to pronounce them. Yes, you have minute, as in 60 seconds make 1 minute. And then you have minute, which means very small. Let's look at another homograph. We have invalid. Pronunciations: invalid, which refers to a disabled person. Or we have this thing is invalid, which means that it's incorrect or not valid. We also have lead, pronounced lead, which says that you're guiding or showing someone the way. And then we have lead, which refers to a very heavy metal. Also, you have refuse, which can be pronounced refuse, which refers to rejection. Or we have refuse, which refers to garbage or rubbish. Another homograph is live, which is pronounced live, that is, to have life. Or if something is live, that means it's not recorded. And lastly, we have produce and produce, spelt produce. Exactly the same, but pronounced differently, with produce meaning to make something or to create, while produce refers to farm crops such as fruits and vegetables. From those examples, we can see how easily confusing these words can be. However, we must be able to distinguish them by their various pronunciations and meanings. So, for homework, I would like for you to find the meanings of these homographs. I also would like for you to become acquainted with the various pronunciations. So, look up the meaning of resume, which can be pronounced resume and also resume. Also, look for tear, which can be pronounced tear and tear. bow, bow and bow. Also, look for wind, which can be pronounced wind and wind. You must also check up row and row, which is spelled ROW. And lastly, check up PROJECT, which can be pronounced project and project. Let's make an attempt at this exercise, where we will choose the correct meaning of the underlined homograph. The first sentence reads, I went fishing and caught a bass. We have bass meaning a deep voice or tone, or a kind of fish. I'm sure you're thinking that bass would not be the correct meaning if we used a deep voice or tone, but rather, in this case, the homograph means a kind of fish. Number 2, I want to produce music when I grow up. Does this homograph mean to create or make? Or does it refer to fresh fruits and vegetables? Well, our best choice would be to create or make. And lastly, everyone decided to desert the town. Does this word mean a hot, arid region? Or does it refer to the verb to leave? Based on the sentence, the best meaning would be to leave. So, let's just go over what we have learned today. Just like homophones, homographs are another type of multiple meaning words. They are words that have the same spelling but different pronunciation and meaning. It is important to use these words correctly in order to avoid any confusion. So, boys and girls of grade 5, I know that these words can be a bit tricky. However, I encourage you to compile lists of homographs with their appropriate meanings so as to avoid any misuse or confusion. Remember that building one's vocabulary is very important, and over time, with constant practice, your vocabulary can be improved. So continue to work hard. Do take care until we meet again for another English language lesson where we will focus on a new vocabulary concept.